There are people that will just come online, and I've even heard certain pastors say this. A husband that is always at home will not be respected by his wife. I mean, do you know the kind of job that husband is doing? There are many people that in this present era work from home. So why inject a very unbalanced doctrine into the hearts of people and begin to cause problems for their relationship? There are also people that will come to tell us that school is scam. Why? Because they do business. No wonder we have so many quack doctors and quack pharmacists today serving drugs and treatment that are causing more damage and harm to the patient because they don't have the right knowledge, the right fundamental knowledge to these things. So when we say school is scam, you need to understand the audience we are talking to. There are many things you and I enjoy today that are products of such backgrounds. Things like electricity, things like vaccine, things like cure for diseases. Most of these things cannot be gotten simply by just surfing or scouting the internet for information. I went to a pharmacy one day and I saw a guy I always see around, walking around looking for a job. I saw him in that pharmacy working, and I asked him, you work here now? He said yes. I said, okay, that's good. And after exchanging pleasantries, I got what I needed and I left the store. Some months later, I saw the same guy opening his own pharmacy. How did he become a pharmacist overnight? And tomorrow, when you go to such a people for treatment and they give you the wrong treatment, either overdose or a wrong medication that causes harm to you, we'll start blaming the government. But you see, these are the realities on ground that we need to check. You also hear some people saying, a man that plays a lot with his wife will not be respected. A man that opens up to his wife over everything will be disrespected. You see, what is working for you might not work for me, and what is working for me might not work for you. It's good you are telling us what is working for you, but don't tell someone that you must do it this way because it might not work for them. We all bear different personalities. If your partner has anger issues, my partner might not have anger issues. So the information your partner cannot manage, my partner can properly manage because they don't have anger issues and they don't react to things out of the place of emotion. You see, we need to understand our specific situation before we digest anything we hear online or from anybody. That the person is a spiritual leader or a mentor or a teacher or whatever they are, that shouldn't make you open up your spirit, soul, and body to everything they say. Please trust the Lord to give you the design that works for your marriage, that works for your health, that works for your life. Let me tell you something about this short time you have on earth. The best of time you can enjoy most of the pleasures of this life is at your youthful age. This is why the Bible even says, enjoy the wife of your youth, not the wife of your old age, the wife of your youth. So if you are not making time for your wife or your husband, if you are not making time for your children now that you are young, if you are not making time for your health, if you are not making time for your talents because you want to appear to be busy doing big things, I promise you, when you get old, that is when you start feeling a disconnection you have from the things that are important in your life. And by that time, it will practically become impossible to connect back to all these things that you have taken for granted because you want to prove that you are somebody, or because you have listened to somebody's teaching and built your life around what is not your reality. When you get older, the things that you refuse to enjoy now, you might not have the strength to enjoy it later. And even if you have the strength, you might no longer feel the pleasures for those things anymore. Even God does not permit you to cut out every pleasure because you are doing ministry. No, God expects us that we make time for the things that He has given us in our lives as blessings. So please make out time to chill. Make out time for your family. Make out time for your children. Make out time to spend your money too. Make out time for your health. Me personally, at the end of every year, I go to do a comprehensive check for all my organs and everything. Make out time for these things. Because time is fleeing, and by the time you realize it, you either don't have strength or you don't have the pleasures for many of these things anymore. So you only have your youthful time to build these connections with everything that God has given you, and also to enjoy the best of life. This will not stop you from working. This will not stop you from being a man of God. This will not stop you from being a significant person in the ministry. Be careful. There are many unhappy people out there that want to drag you into that situation. There are many people that are regretting not doing certain things that also want to drag you into that situation. Don't let people who have passed their prime stop you from enjoying your prime.